Hey everybody, doing something a bit different this time around, going for a film still rather than a piece of concept art. Here's the clip. Okay, so film still this time, going for Ollivander's one shop. Again, same setup scene, and again we pick an object that we can see in the image and we try and match that to the scale of a human. And in this case it's the front door, and I'm just using cubes to add in the window panes, do some beveling, just so that we give it a bit of detail. I then take the door frame and I make a window frame from it, and now I'm putting in the kind of concave look to the window and the posts themselves, brackets that hold the panes. And now kind of creating the wall and duplicating the window frame, mirroring, filling out the wall, and now I'm assigning some materials to them as well. Again, just to try and better match the concept at this stage. I'm just looking at the concept and matching the building to what's there. I'm now creating some wooden planks, and it's literally I do a couple, put them end to end, and then start duplicating them round. I don't want it to be so uniform, so I just move pieces here and there, trim them to fit, and then I make sure that I extend the walls below the surface of it so that there's nothing underneath. A bit more detail to the outside. And here I use the mannequin just to kind of figure out what the staircase is going to look like. And then match up some stairs themselves and scale them into position. Not too worried about the size of them, as long as they look and feel about right. And now I'm looking at that spiral and how that's going to work. And I just block in the rest of the balcony. And now the actual staircase itself. So the bit underneath the stairs and the parts underneath the balcony. Now some of this is not in the image, so it's sort of just seeing what fits. I'm now working on a bookcase. Well, a bookcase, a wand case you could say. And then trying to get the right fit for a wand case and the bookcase themselves. Now in Ollivander's one shop there's wands everywhere, so I definitely wanted that feeling of everything's packed out. Then add in the skirting. Skirting's really good for concealing where your walls meet your floors. It's a bit of extra detail, but it actually adds quite a lot to the room. I'm now playing about with the staircase, getting that lip on the steps. And then starting to reposition the bookcases. Now what I'm doing here is I'm adding vertices that I use as the surface particle generator, and then I plug in the wand case into a replicator, and then I move the verts so that I have this kind of offset to each wand case. And then because it's powered by verts, all I need to do is copy and paste the verts, rotate them each time to gradually fill up a bookcase with wands. I'm now putting in the handrails. So again, use the scale figures that you have, check that they're the right height. Where would you expect to be grabbing onto a rail? And again, look at the concept, see what they've put in there. We're only using cubes, very simple geometry. And then the top banister. Lots of cloning, lots of copy and pasting. You don't have to make everything from scratch. And then the top bit of the banister's got this weird kind of corner bit, so it's just trying to model that in, put in edge loops where you think it looks good, where we get a smooth fall off. We've also got bookcases going up the side of the stairs now. And thinking about what it looks like under this balcony as well. So I'm just copy and pasting the same bookcases, putting them on each side, matching up the planks, matching up the floors and walls, basically plugging all the holes so that we don't get any light leaking through. Then add some coving. Again, this really helps when you have walls meeting ceilings, just adds a bit of detail and covers up any breaks. And then I had a bit of trouble trying to get the stairs to fit up with the underneath bookcase, so again just some additional work to kind of cover that up a bit more. Bookcases go to the top floor, and make sure to leave room for the stairs. And again, we just want this to be, the bookcases fill in the room, cove into the top. And now we can start kind of just duplicating these vertices, adjusting the wands, kind of moving some about, pushing some verts forwards, some backwards, and then we're literally just rotating things around. And I'm also adjusting the bookcases to fit the wands a bit better. And then you can see quickly we're just really filling out these bookcases with wands just by moving verts each time. So one thing here is I think I got the bookcases slightly off, so I'm just adjusting them so that when we move the verts around, the wands actually fill the shelves themselves. And then filling up the downstairs bookcases. Now I haven't used a specific camera point in this one, so I have got a bit carried away with filling the room with wands. I think if I was to go again, I would actually change it so that we actually had a camera in place. I'm now doing a sideboard that we can put at the front of the shop. And the counter and the table to the side. Again, just cubes, adding detail with cubes, that's all we're doing. And now I'm using variation texture to mix up the wand cases, and I'm also adjusting the camera, changing the field of view just to get a better look matched to the film still. And just again adjusting the gradient in the variation texture so that we get more colours. And again, variation texture for the wood, so with everything on the same layer we can really adjust the wood, and I'm putting in a few point lights to better light the scene. And further tweaks to the camera, adding in a ladder, again just cubes, angle it, move it into position. And now I'm thinking about the light hanging from the ceiling. Again, adding in some point lights and some glass material. Moving this into position. And that was it. thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, then please like, comment and subscribe. And for more game art related content, check out the other videos on my channel. See you next time.